Podsquad with Podburrier, Wendy Card, and yours truly, Jane Malucci. Thanks for joining us for New Bern Now's podcast for October 21st, 2021. And this is the 200th podcast. Woohoo!
200.
Way to go, Wendy.
Cool. We're connecting you with the people, places, and happenings in New Bern and surrounding areas. So join in the conversation, and let's get started with the contest. Wendy?
Are you ready? Okay.
We're ready.
To answer, first to answer, you have to comment on this live stream during today's show before we give the answer.
Okay.
At around 10 minutes to 2. So the question is, where in New Bern would you find a life-sized seated male nude?
What?
Really?
Could you repeat the question, please?
Yeah. I need to hear that again. She's losing it.
Where would you find a life-sized seated male nude in New Bern?
Okay, but is it an actual life-size male? So is it?
No,
it's
it's an art form.
It's an
That's
art
good
form.
to know. All right.
But it looks just like a male if he was alive, but he's not. So
Okay.
and it's not a dead body. So
Oh, good. We've had enough of those.
said that.
Well, Halloween and all, could never tell. Coming up. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's it. A life-size
Male.
naked man
Yeah.
somewhere in New Bern.
Yeah.
That's not alive.
Not alive.
Life-size, but not an inanimate
There you go.
There you
Male
go.
nude. Yes.
male nude, life-size in New Bern.
So
Alrighty.
that's quite a question, huh?
Yes, it certainly is. So what happens if they win this, Wendy?
They'll get a gift certificate to a local business. So
Ooh, we love local business.
ah.
Ah. Great.
Wait a sec.
All right,
Wait, one more.
what do you got? What do you got?
Whoops. Wrong sound effect. Forget it. Okay.
There's
We're
a bird
slap
in there.
happy. Uh-oh,
Okay.
somebody already guessed. We don't know if that's
Really?
correct. So
Oh, somebody made a guess, and it is correct or it isn't correct? We're going to wait until 10 of? Oh, okay.
I'm not
All
gonna
right.
say, yeah,
All
10
right.
out, gotta wait.
She's going to play poker here. All right.
Yeah,
they get-
I'm not good at that, so,
A gift certificate to a local business. Wicked cool.
yeah.
All right.
We
So
love our local
Todd, what's
businesses.
going on over in your corner of the world?
Oh boy, that's a great question. It's been a very fun, busy, interesting last little while. Did some traveling this past month, and I'm so grateful I live here. I mean, I'm not going to throw any other geography under the bus. I'm just I'm just saying our geography is pretty darn good, so it's been, no hurricane this fall. I probably shouldn't have said that, but
Touch wood.
I did it, knock on something, but
Yeah.
which has been great because the river's been fabulous and the fishing has been incredible. The last couple of days I was paddleboarding for a while, and which that's a blast too. But even out here, it's been like glass and beautiful out. Business has been really good. It's just lots of activity with coaching clients and training clients and my supplement. I just feel very blessed. So, what can I say? I'm just grateful. I'm so grateful. I don't know how to be anything else, but a big point there is, if you live in this area, you're so fortunate. You really are. And if you don't feel that way, take a trip. Just take a trip somewhere. Just go anywhere.
True.
Get in a car, take a plane ride. That'll do it, right? Like, we're just so fortunate to be in this area. It's such a great place.
Yeah.
That's all from me.
Yeah. Definitely spoiled. I've spent part of September up in New England, and I love it up there, but this is home. And I'm very thrilled to be able to come back here and be in my nice little house, and the people, everything about it. This is definitely home. Glad to be in New Bern.
Every time I know I'm going to go somewhere, I just get more anxiety right up to the trip. And I'm like, when will I be back? When will I get back? It doesn't even matter where I'm going or what I'm doing. When will I be back? That's how I'm thinking.
That's tough.
Yeah,
That's
we're
tough.
lucky. We are lucky, and it's fall,
Yeah.
and the pumpkin patch is down. Oh my gosh, Christ Church, it's just gorgeous down there. This is my favorite time of year. So, yeah.
Yeah. So Wendy, have you picked up any more pictures out in the woods? I mean, I've loved your bear pictures, and then Todd posted pictures of the sunrise and the moonrise, dancing in the moonlight. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what have you been doing out there in nature these days?
I have not been out in nature lately. I need a break to nature, but I'm just so thankful. We are working with Cindy Papia. She's amazing. She's a web developer, and she's helping me post and the articles and stuff, and it really helps take the weight off of my shoulders, because I didn't realize how much I was doing until I laid it all out on a board, and it's like, okay, how can we reduce this, streamline business? So
yeah,
we're getting there. Yeah,
good. Super
life
duper.
is good. Yeah. And before I get started, okay, I got a haircut.
Yes,
I
we
got
can see.
a lot of haircut, and I haven't been to a hairstylist. I think 2015, when I was visiting my folks in a nursing home, I went to my mom was pestering me you need to get a haircut. So I went to their little salon in the nursing home. So that's embarrassing, but I probably shouldn't have said that. But Jennifer McDaniel she came to mind. I'm like, I've known her when she was over at Amici Salon. I remember writing about them, and she's with the owner of the salon on Middle is Laura Lane. So she's up there where a Hopeful Balance was on Middle Street. And I really appreciate Jennifer fitting me in yesterday. I just called her at the right time, and everything aligned. So I feel like a
Very
new
good.
person. So yeah, needed it. Thank you, Jennifer.
Looks great.
And the salon
Nice
on
work.
Middle. Yeah, thank you.
So Jane, what's up with you?
Well, she's got her book published. It's called The Economy of Kindness, and I want to hold it up, but it's going to blur because of my background. Oops, there you go, Economy of Kindness. And this is really exciting because she's writing about how kindness increases your bottom line. And her name is Linda Cohen, and she's just fantastic. And she's right up your alley, Todd, because she's talking about how being that little pebble in the pond and rippling out in kindness makes everything different, and it can certainly improve your business too. So this is very exciting to see this new book come up. So that's my hurrah for right now.
Awesome.
Yay.
Well,
Wonderful.
She's lucky to have you around.
Thank you. Yeah, it was fun. It's always fun. I love working with my authors. I get to learn so much, and and it's just so great to be able to help them make their dream, kind of come to fruition. So this is great.
Well, because you've done it before, but it's not an easy task.
No.
To completion. It sounds like a good idea when you think about it, but once you make the commitment, most of the time you're like, I cannot believe I'm doing this.
What was I thinking?
Cannot believe I'm making myself do it. It's so hard.
Yeah. And of course, I'm avoiding my own book that I've been working on because I'm working on somebody else's. So I give myself, I can't work on that right now because I got to do theirs. So I'm being the shoemaker, but I'm getting back on board with it. I have other people who are holding me accountable.
Yeah,
scary people too. So
if you're listening and you don't know that Jane delivers words that make sense, she is thereactivevoice.com. And you have Todd Burrier, Three Circles Living, and your book is now out on audio and well, it's out in hard or paperback, right? That's not hard
Paperback,
copy.
Kindle, and audio.
Oh, okay, there you go. So you guys you rock it. So we got a lot of great local authors in New Bern.
Yeah, we do. And Michelle has the great bookstore downtown, and she's hosting pretty much all of us. So and the next they're on, so that's a great place to go and see what's going on. She's got everything there.
The Next Chapter
Great.
Bookstore, yes, right on South Front
Yeah.
Street, I think, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It says my connection is unstable. I guess it's just like me. So.
Yeah, but we get to experience the fun of watching your instability. So thank you for that.
The connection's not stable, not you.
Okay, thanks. Todd would argue that with you, but we appreciate that, Wendy. So what's going on?
Well, I really want to announce real quick, we have a couple of them. The Ghost Walk, 31st annual Ghost Walk is coming up. And if you haven't gotten your tickets, you need to contact the New Bern Historical Society. It's the 28th and through the 30th of October. And the Ghost Walk theme is the skeletons in our closet. And for 31 years in a row, the New Bern Historical Society will conjure up historic characters from bygone days who will tell you all their secrets with skeletons in their closet, in our closet. Local costume actors will portray some of the most spirited characters and stories from New Bern's past. And all outdoor this year, expect to see ghost sights at everyone's favorite haunt, Cedar Grove Cemetery, and on front porches along haunted Hancock Street. Once again, your ticket will be good for all 3 nights. Do the walk at your own pace. Watch for engaging spirits. Ooh. Hanging out at a sweet treat at the fabled Very Good Bakery. And don't miss the thrilling experience at the Academy Green that has become a tradition. You can also expect a meal opportunities at some of the area historic churches. So for all the information, call 638-8558 or visit.
One thing that's different. Oh, go ahead.
Or visit ghostwalknewbern.com. And Jane?
Yeah, one thing that's different this year is all 3 nights are running the same time frame. So it's 6 to 9:30 on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and all of the venues are open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It used to be a limited run on Thursdays, but now everything's open. And if you don't get to see it all in one night, that's okay, because your ticket's good for all 3 nights.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
exciting news. So
So we've got guests waiting for us.
yes, we do. Let's bring them in. Okay. Whoops.
I believe it's Bob Burns and Laura Snider.
I'm trying to allow to talk. Okay.
Oh,
Bob, we can't see you.
There we go.
Are you there? I don't know if he's in. No, he's in the. Bob Burns.
Let's see if we can get him to
Yes.
unmute.
Ask to unmute. Do we need to bring him in the room? He's in the room. I'm confused.
There we go. Now he's
Are you
unmuted.
there, Bob?
Here I am.
Great.
We can't see you. That's weird.
No,
That's all right.
I'm hiding.
You're a ghost, right?
A voice from beyond.
So,
Laura is here with me as well.
Okay,
Oh,
hi
great.
Laura, hi Bob, and Laura and Bob. Bob Burns he's the former general manager at Pollock-Best Funerals and Cremations, and Laura Snider is the former employee. So y'all wanna tell us what you want to talk about?
Sure. Well, as you may know, since you posted it on your website, newbernnow.com, that Pollock-Best has closed their doors after 141 years of being in business in Craven County. It had nothing to do with the local location. It had everything to do with the corporate decisions. So they didn't really give a heads up or announce anything. But I know a lot of people have a lot of questions. So one of the concerns that a lot of people have been calling and texting me about is they have pre-arrangements or pre-funded funerals at Pollock-Best. So you can actually go, if you have any concerns. Pollock-Best doesn't have your money. No funeral home in North Carolina could just hold on to your money and wait for you. So basically, they invest it normally in a bank trust like a CD or an insurance policy that's payable with.
Oops, we lost him. Oh dear.
Oh no. Let me see if I can text them.
Yeah. I know that anybody that has made those pre-arrangements, they do have a phone number that and a website that you can go to get more information about it. But as Bob was saying, the funeral home does not specifically hold your money. They have it in a safe instrument, a bank, a trust, an insurance policy, something, so that when you do need it, it is there for you. So you shouldn't really be too concerned that, you know, Pollock-Best will not be taking care of your arrangements. You have paid for those arrangements, and they should be coming forward to help you with that, to make sure that you still have your options. So if we can get Bob back on the phone, I'm sure he'll be able to confirm that for us.
He is trying to come on in here. Yeah,
Okay.
it was a shock to the community, and you know, there was rumors. Of course, there's always rumors when something like
Right.
this happens, and there was no kind of embezzlement or anything on the local level. And Bob, just to share a little bit about Bob, I've had background with Bob. I was a decedent affairs officer while I was in the Navy at Naval Hospital Cherry Point. And he would always call me when there was a deceased military member, and he would take care of the deceased member from the moment of, you know, the moment we found out to the final disposition as far as burial, cremation. And I know, so Bob and I go way back, and he's an incredible man, very compassionate, caring. He is so thorough, and so it really broke my heart when I heard the news. So Bob, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I am here.
Yay. So you were saying?
So, yeah, so you can just go to the North Carolina Board of Funeral Service website, and there's different tabs for consumers and all of that, and they should be able to steer you in the right direction. Obviously, it's a very sad time for Craven County, a very sad time for the legacy of Tommy Best. He was actually a licensed funeral director. He passed 4 years ago. He was the previous owner. He was licensed for over 60 years, and when he came to town, Glen Burnie Road was a dirt road through the woods. And he used to tell some crazy stories about the juke joints that used to be out there.
Ooh.
And of course, Pollock-Best was out on Noose Boulevard before the hospital was built. And so it's a sad day and a sad time for this community and the surrounding area for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for reassuring the people that have gotten, their pre-arrangements, to let them know that there's, still options for them. And I'm so sad because I've had a couple of services over at Pollock-Best, and I always found they were just marvelous. The care and consideration that they had for friends and family was phenomenal. So the company will be missed, definitely.
Yeah,
Well,
Bob.
and I appreciate that. I still, even though Tommy passed 4 years ago, when I came to town 21 years ago, he sort of took me under his wing, and, he used to say he's all right for a damn Yankee. And so I took that as high praise. But one of the things that he instilled in me was that, yes, we're a business, but families come first. And myself and all of the staff at Pollock-Best always felt that way. Not sure that was appreciated by anybody else but the families, but, we did the best we could. And the interesting thing in North Carolina is that just because you do pre-arrangements, whether they're here, in New Bern, you can transfer that anywhere. And most places in North Carolina will honor it, and you won't have to pay any extra. But, nobody knows where you're going to be when you pass. So if you end up in Iowa or Kansas, you just let that funeral home know that you've got pre-planning taken care of in North Carolina, and they'll handle the rest.
Great. Super. That's
So
good to know.
Yeah. So was there anything else? Did Laura want to say anything, or?
Yes, I just was expecting you to have more questions.
So
No,
go ahead, Bob.
nope. You're the boss.
So what's next for the two of you?
Well, I work at an assisted living facility. I don't really know too much of what Bob's gonna do.
Well, the community.
He's a housewife now.
I'm sorry.
I think he's a housewife now.
It's manservant. Everybody knows that.
I don't know, Bob, it takes a lot of training to do that job.
Well, and, I don't know whether it's true because I've never asked her, but Laura has an affinity for the elderly and in making sure that they're treated well. And I got to see that grow as she was an employee at Pollock-Best. Although she probably didn't like it when the 80-year-olds flirted with her. But, she realized, and she still does to this day, which makes her great at her job, is that, these people deserve dignity and respect and kindness.
Well, and you guys emulate that, your standards are just, we're so high when we work together. Even after I retired, you'd call me and say, hey, I have this, Sergeant Major, I want to make sure he's got this medal that I'm not familiar with, was it placed properly? The care that you gave was just, it was the best. I saw other funeral directors, and I have to say I learned the most from you, Bob, and I really appreciate all that you and Laura have done for you know, the deceased and their families at Pollock-Best. And so was there anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I don't think he's legally allowed to talk about much more.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
we don't want to go there.
That's right. Thanks so much.
Yes.
Thanks for all the service that you provided for us, and in the future, we hope that, you know, we can still count on you to be part of our community, and that we can count on you to be with us on all this.
Yeah, we're thinking about you guys, and we'll be in touch soon. So I hope you have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay.
That was information I never would have thought about, you know. I mean, I don't think people don't think about, at least I can speak for me, I don't think about that kind of stuff. So I don't want to think about it, but you know, you have to at some point. So it's good to know that there are those kinds of processes in place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We always think about a baby coming, but we don't think about an adult going.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's vital. I mean, I gotta say, I was up in New York, taking care of, you know, with my sister, trying to get that home ready to sell, my folks' house.
Yeah.
And having to go through stuff that you're just, some of it, we had no idea what it was, you know. I donated a couple of items to the Historical Society because I thought they were of major historic value, but I didn't want them thrown in the trash, you know. So if you're a parent, or if, you know, you have things, make sure that you kind of declutter, as Peggy Barnes would say, your space, so other people don't have to go through and make those tough decisions, because it can really have an effect if there's more than one person as a beneficiary. There's, you know, things can get heated between siblings, and it just would make things so much easier, and especially with pre-need, and just letting people know what you're having an advance directive in case of an accident, or, you know, your will, or just pre-needs, so pre-need funeral arrangements. So with that said, let's move on to, we have 1 more minute, so let's do the trivia question real quick.
Okay.
Are you ready?
We're looking for a naked man in New Bern. No, I'm.
Wow, you actually just said that and it was recorded.
Well, we are. I didn't say a live one.
But you know that they're just going to take that snippet. This is Jane Malucci looking for a naked man in New Bern.
You know, Todd, I have 200 episodes of blackmail tape.
And a lot of it's mine. Okay.
I can't thank you guys enough, and the rest of the Pod Squad, for being part of our team. You know,
Gee, Wendy, this is an honor for us. At least it is for me. I mean, this is so cool that you do this, and that you support our community the way you do. And you know, I hate it when I have to say no to you when you ask me to do this, you know, because I just really want to make sure that we support you. You have done so much for small business here in New Bern that it's phenomenal, and we're on your team. You know, I love being part of Team Wendy.
I really appreciate it. But, and if other people, if y'all are watching or listening and you want to be a member of the Pod Squad, let us know send us an email at info@newbernnow.com. One last thing, my email and my computer both have been making me crazy for the last week and a half. So if you've emailed me and I have not responded, can you please call me at 259-6853, or try emailing info@newbernnow.com again, because the emails, they're getting lost. So that's not good. So the question of the day is, where would you find in New Bern a life-sized male nude? Or life-size seated male nude. So he's sitting on a bench, kind of. So that's a hint. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Are we ready?
I mean, normally we're talking about bears.
Yeah. From bears to yeah.
Bear.
Bear.
Bear naked. Naked.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I think we just can't wait till it's Friday, so we're kind of slap happy today. And, so let's bring in Kelly and Erin.
All
Yeah,
right, from the
you ready?
YMCA.
Yes.
Cool. All right, they're coming in. Here we go. We've got a logo. We've got a face.
Erin's still, there's
Hey.
Hey, Kelly.
Kelly.
Hey,
Hey.
this is
Awesome.
entertaining. I didn't want you to stop.
Now you get to be part of the entertainment.
There we go. We'll do our best, won't we, Erin?
That's right. We will do our very best.
How you guys doing today?
Doing
Doing well.
great.
Yeah, things.
We're putting the bubble for the outdoor pool up, and
Ooh.
we've had some. There's always challenges, but the company we used to work with no longer does this as part of their process. So we're trying a new system, and it's going well. It's going to get up, and there's some good progress. But we've been in between the traditional work of the Y. Erin and I and the rest of the team have been jumping out there with our work gloves and working on getting that bubble up.
Yes,
And that's
we're
always
Super.
that's always interesting, huh?
It is an interesting process. This is my first time seeing the bubble up from a manual standpoint. It's always just been miraculously done one day when I arrive, and it's a process to pull those panels together and clip them with the nuts and bolts. It's insane. It really is.
Erin,
But
you
what a
look so
benefit to
fresh.
have that pool.
Yeah, so now it's an indoor heated pool, right?
Right.
Right.
So then we'll have 2 indoor pools once the bubble's up, and then when the weather's nice again, we take it down and have the advantage of both. And we've done some major work on the permanent indoor pool that's going to make it long term much more sustainable. It's the original parts when the building was built in '89. So several things needed to be replaced with the heating and the internal units that go with all the climate for the indoor pool. And we went through some substantial investments to do that that needed to be done for a while. So we're excited about that.
Very cool.
So Kelly, would you, one of the things that, the Y is near and dear to my heart, and the mission of the Y, because, the fundamentals of the Y in general, health is the most important thing, and the environment is awesome. But most people don't know what the Y really does. They think it's a gym, and it's so much more than a gym. It's not just a gym. It's not just a gym and a pool. So would you talk a little bit about really what the broader mission of the Y, so people have some perspective on that?
Absolutely. Great question. And I'll start, and then Erin can fill in what I leave out. But the treadmills, the ellipticals, the fitness parts, that's one piece of what we do. And when folks come in and if that's all they know is the gym and swim part of the Y, what typically happens, they see the rest of the community outreach and the things we do for youth programs. We have our financial assistance program, which is why we have our annual campaign that we have right now. That's what makes us different than when you would say just, being a traditional gym that you would pay a membership and attend, is we have systems in place that anyone that needs financial assistance to be part of the Y can go through a process, and we can help them out so they can be a part of us if cost is an issue. But we do programs where we've started some food programs in the community. do a number of things. We've got a Live Strong at the Y program. We're going to partner with the Cancer Center. We received funding from Caroline East Foundation, where we're going to be part of the Live Strong at the Y program, where individuals that are cancer survivors can come in and be part of a 12-week program as they're on their journey to recovery from cancer. So those are a few of the things, and I'll let Erin backfill with anything else she wants to share that make us different, Todd.
Just all in all, the Y is a community hub. That's how I like to see it, meaning that if you can think of something that the community needs, the Y can usually provide that, be it food, be it health. We're all about making sure that people are healthy, spirit, mind, and body. So we hit on those three concepts, and you know, of course, we're famous for our gym and swim, but we're doing so much more, and we're going to continue to do a lot more and get into the community in bigger ways. There's a lot of neat things on the horizon. A little sneak peek to next year, we're going to be kicking off a Bright Beginnings program. And what that is we're going to be partnering with students who are economically disadvantaged, and we're going to be pairing them with a volunteer. We're going to be sending them shopping to get age appropriate and school appropriate supplies and clothes. So that's something we're really excited about as a new program, but you're going to be seeing a lot more of us in the community.
Oh, that's
Great.
awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. And so real quick, Twin Rivers YMCA versus, is it Eastern Carolina now? Are they, is it the same? Can you explain just so, you know, we understand?
Sure thing. Eastern Carolina YMCA is our association. That's our umbrella organization. And then there's two branches underneath the association, Twin Rivers here in New Bern. And then we have New River YMCA in Jacksonville, which is a program-focused branch. And they are doing a phenomenal job in the Onslow County area, serving kids and before and after school. What they're doing down there is truly amazing.
All right. And just real quick, one comment from Richard Cranium, alias. I don't know if he wants me to say his name. I love the Y.
He didn't
so
want me to
much.
say his name.
I love the Y so much. They do so much for this community, and most people will never know how much they really do. So, and Erin is the bestest. Well, I think Kelly is too. So
Kelly is too. Kelly is too.
So could
We
you
are the
guys,
dynamic duo.
could you guys take a second? You know, I know that this is the annual campaign season. And you know, you talked a little about over the top what you guys do, but can you bring that down to the nitty gritty? You know, when someone contributes, so how long is the campaign? How do people contribute? And when they do, what does that really mean? You know, like, what does it mean on a human level for someone?
Yeah.
We're in our community phase of the campaign right now. So you'll see our campaigners, our board members, or other individuals that have stepped up and agreed to tell their why story, why they're passionate. Like Todd is about the why, and Todd's one of our board members on the Eastern Carolina Board of Directors. And they go out into the community and tell the why story, and then we get those individuals to make a gift. And we'll be running this phase of the campaign right up until the Giving Tuesday event, which Erin is actually the chair of for the city of New Bern. So we'll have last day of our campaign, there's the big celebration and that final opportunity to give. So we've got the next 6 weeks or so where we'll be working that community phase. It's also an awareness. We tell our campaigners, even if you don't get a gift, Todd, you've told the why story. So you've shared with someone that maybe in the future will choose to give or will come in and be part of the why that didn't know or understand who or what we are, because there always is and has been a lot of confusion about it's a gym and a swim facility, and it is so much more. But bringing it down to your point or your question is it makes an impact. That gift of $250 could mean 2 weeks at camp for a child that can afford it. It could mean a membership for a single parent family, which is my experience in the Y as a kid in my hometown in Kansas, where my mom went through a point as a single parent where she couldn't afford a membership. A coach I had in youth basketball reached out and said, you know, we see your membership has lapsed. I'm on the board. We have a process. Those are the types of things. That's where the why comes into play, and there's that impact.
Yeah, and what people don't think about is without those kinds of opportunities, where do those kids end up? You know, they end up in places you don't necessarily want kids to be, and in environments. It's not just coming to the why. It's, you know, it's something like health is a discipline, right?
Mm-hmm.
And disciplines are transferable, and anything you discipline yourself to do builds you, and you get into a great environment, and it's good energy, and suddenly you feel better about yourself. You're more confident. I mean, you talk about a little investment in a child, you're talking about a ripple that goes for a lifetime, and not just for that child, but for everyone they touch. I mean, it's really cool.
Yeah.
One of our colleagues in the New River Y, Jane Shermer, the executive director there, always says we truly are, and appropriate for your previous guest on the show, but we are cradle to grave with how we can impact a life. And
Yeah. Oh, we got another comment from one of my favorite people, Marissa Zinni. She says, "Yay, Kelly and Erin." And I have to say, Marissa is one of the biggest, as far as when I hear the why, I think of Marissa, because she's always talking about the why, which is all great things. And I'm just, yeah, I've learned so much through her. She's my neighbor, so I just had to give her a shout out.
She mentions that, and you know, two things on that. I know that's a perfect segue, but a part of our annual campaign, we have a special event, and it's the Turkey Trot. And Marissa is the race director, and she does a fabulous job. So the registration process is open. We are thrilled that the race this year is back in person, back at the same location at Taverna, and we have Thanksgiving Day. But this year, if folks want to do the virtual race, they can also do that between November 24th and November 26th. So on our website at trymca.org, you can just click on special events and get all those particulars, or you can simply Google Twin Rivers YMCA Turkey Trot, and it'll lead you to all that information. But we're excited to be back, mostly with an in-person race, and then those that choose to do the virtual can do that. Last year it was 100% virtual, obviously due to the pandemic, but we can't wait to see who we have out there. And I should have mentioned this first. Pat Drake, a fellow podcast, is our campaign chair this year and is leading the effort for the third time in the history of our annual campaign. And she is passionate. Todd knows. She holds all of us accountable to do our part with the campaign, doesn't she, Erin?
She certainly does, but we couldn't do it without her, that's for sure. And all of our campaigners, really, for the size of our annual campaign, the need of finances makes this annual campaign huge. And so the size is it's kind of scary when you're looking at one or two people in a development office trying to, accomplish this major goal. But Pat, she's tough, and she's pushing us through and holding us accountable. And if you see her out in town, make sure you call her Prairie Pat. She'll know why.
Well, we will make sure we call her Prairie Pat. See, she can't slap us through the computer, so.
Exactly.
Well, it's so wonderful seeing you both, and we really appreciate all that you're doing, and thanks for taking time to join us today. Was there anything else that we missed?
Oh, check out our website for the race, the Turkey Trot. It's going to be a blast. We'll be out there, and there's a walk option. We have a lot of folks choose to walk the 5K, but it's a 5 and 10K race. So we'll start the 10K at 7:45 and the 5K at 8 o'clock. People can bring their dogs. There's a dog jog 5K as well. So all kinds of options for the entire family.
And
Very cool.
just to also add on to that, Kelly, I encourage anybody who hasn't been to the Y in a while, please come see us. We love to give tours. We love to kind of show off our programs that are going on here, and just get to know other nonprofits better as well. The YMCA is always open to partnering with other nonprofits. We never want to duplicate services. We always want to enhance them that are here in our community. So we believe that we're stronger together. So all our staff are wearing Stronger Together wristbands. So see some more on here, but yeah, just stop by and see us. We'd love to get to know our community better.
All right.
Super.
Well, fantastic. It's
Thank you
great
for
to
having
see
us
you.
on your 200th podcast. That's an honor.
Yes,
Yeah.
congratulations. Happy 200th birthday.
Woo!
Thank
Yeah,
you, guys.
thank
Thank
you. I
you.
appreciate it.
Thank
Have a
you.
great day, you guys.
You
Thanks.
too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
A round of applause. Yay. That's
Wow.
outstanding.
Yeah.
And you know,
So-
that race is open to anybody, not just people who are part of the Y. So that's, you know, you can go and run anyhow. You can
Yeah,
also
well,
contribute
actually,
even if
I
you're not a
think-
member of the Y.
I think typically more people who aren't part of the Y are part of that race than who are, I
Yeah.
think, you know, because I think the high has been like 900 or something like that. We've run it.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
That's
wow.
fantastic.
But I'm guessing, I don't know an exact number. Don't hold me to that number. I know this is going to be new blackmail. My life will be over because, but I'll be fine though, actually, because I didn't say what Jane said. And so I can just throw Jane under the bus and I'll be okay.
Oh, thanks.
But you know, again, the downside to that is I'd never throw you under the bus. So that's
I can hear the bus coming. Oh, gee. All right. So what have we got for answers on there? Wendy, anybody else chime in to find our bear man?
We have one person who answered. I'm not going to say it's correctly. They answered. I won't give it away. So once again, where in New Bern would you find the life-size seated male nude, and he's on a bench. That's a hint. So
A
comment.
life-size, but not alive, naked man on a bench.
There you go. And what's the
There.
difference between naked and nude? I don't understand.
Naked's more colloquial.
What does that mean?
It means it's an easier term to understand.
Oh, okay.
It's something you'd say when talking to people that you know. They were naked. If they were nude, it's like, oh, they were nude.
I just have to ask, do you use that word a lot in dialogue? Because I don't know,
No.
I'm trying to think about it. So,
No. Although I did have a grandson who was naked most of the time when we were at their house in Vermont. He's 3.5, so it's okay,
yeah.
but it's still a little disconcerting. So he wasn't nude, he was naked.
Is that a little boy thing? Because I don't know. I don't remember little girls doing that.
I don't know. I had 2 sons and they didn't run around naked, so
No?
I don't know.
Huh.
It was a little interesting having Sunday dinner with a naked 3-year-old sitting in his chair next to you.
Oh, so he was like naked the whole time.
Yeah. He just, yeah.
It does save on laundry. I mean, it's.
No, that's
Well,
true. Especially kids,
Yeah.
they get so messy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You only have to throw him in the tub instead of doing all the clothes too. So
Yeah,
yeah, there's
I mean,
savings there.
There's some merit to that.
All right.
Close them off.
I
Okay.
had to pick that question out of anything I could have asked as the trivia question. So it's a conversation starter, that's for sure.
Clearly.
Yes.
And so do y'all want to talk about the Synergy Integrative Veterinary Clinic 4-year anniversary? With an
Sure. I
open
think
house?
that is such a cool thing. Yeah, the open house, they're going to have costume party and everything. I think that's just wild.
Yeah.
Nuts. Now I can't find all my information right now though, Wendy, so I'm going to toss it back to you. But
It's
it
on-
sounds like such a fun evening.
Yeah, and Dr. Joyce Girardi, I've known her for probably, I don't know, maybe 10 years now. She did kindred canines, and she's a holistic veterinarian, and she's teamed up with other veterinarians, and I should have wrote their names down. I apologize, but they have Synergy Interactive Veterinary Clinic, and The open house is on October 29th from 2 to 4:30 p.m. And they're located at 4005 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in New Bern. And they're going to have food tasting opportunities with SOB, I don't know what that means, barbecue, and our friend Brian Cardozo with 3-1 coffees and cookies. Oh my gosh, they're delicious. They have like sugar free, no, it's 0 sugar option cookies, and they're good. And they have regular cookies that are probably awesome. And Sweet Peas Cafe. And so help them celebrate and support. They'll have a community raffle benefiting the Colonial Capital Humane Society and Friends of the Craven County Sheriff's Association. You may even win a prize.
This is a wild list of collections here. The Animal Care Center, the Accidental Artist, Bill's Pet Store, A Dog's Dream, Heather's Beauty Bar. That's for you, not the dog. Lanier Kennels, Mitchell's Hardware, Naughty Paws, Oma's Pride, prescription vitamins and more. So RX vitamins and more. So that sounds like a lot of fun, Wendy.
Yeah,
I'm not getting a dog to participate though, but you should have a good time.
Yeah.
Todd's got 2 dogs he can bring over there.
True.
And you can pester your pet by a pet costume contest. So,
yeah, they love that.
Yeah. It's like a wrestling Finn to the ground with his long claws getting a hold of you. Thank God he's in a dog's dream right now. I got to give a shout out to Dan and the staff there. And Synergy Integrative Veterinary Clinic offers holistic wellness, regenerative pain management, and rehabilitative care. So please reach out to them if you have any questions at 631-5033, or I don't have their website. You can just Google.
You can follow them on Facebook though.
Yeah.
And they're on Facebook.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's really cool. Synergy Integrative Veterinary Clinic. Add clinic. Yeah. Synergy Intervention. Gosh, easy for me to say. I've lost it now. Integrative. Synergy Integrative Veterinary Clinic. There you go.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Dr. Joyce is like, because I have to sedate Finn to get his nails clipped. They've had, not Dr. Joyce, but Dr. Gerardi. I go to Craven Animal Hospital, Dr. Bobby. We've been going to her for years, and that was before Dr. Joyce opened up. So she knows Finn, and it took 5 of them, even after he was sedated, and to just trim his nails. He's a madman. So Dr. Joyce says, "Hey, Wendy, bring Finn over here and we'll do some acupuncture." And I'm like, I can't even get the only building he goes in like on his own is a dog's dream. No other building. I mean, we're dragging him across the pavement, going into the vet because he's so freaked out, and he's as tall as me. So, but she says, so we're gonna have some kind of betting contest or whatever. If she'll be able to actually do acupuncture on Finn, but she works her magic, so we'll see. So look forward to that. That won't be during the event though. It'll be a future time. And on another note,
ta-da!
We have local singers, Alyssa Mike, Andrea Owens, and John Van Dyke. Wow.
Yes.
The big concert coming up. They will share the stage for Craven Concerts upcoming November show. And you want to talk about that, Jane, or Todd?
Yeah, this is great because this is going to be at Centenary United Methodist Church at 309 New Street. Doors will open at 7. The show starts at 7:30. You can get tickets all around town at Mitchell's, Carolina Creations, Joy and Light, which is John's candle and soap store, and Fuller Music, Bank of the Arts, and you can pay by credit card. This is very cool because John has not been able to sing for a few months. So this is one of his, early concerts, getting him back out on the stage. So I'm really excited that he's going to be able to do this. And of course, Alyssa, Mike, and Andrea are just, oh my gosh, phenomenal vocalists. So please think about getting to this. It's on November 6th, and that's at Centenary Church. So
It's gonna be amazing. Yeah. So did you give the phone number? I think so.
let me see the phone number.
Six
you have
three
it, Todd?
seven. It's 637-1119.
There you go.
All right, one last time to answer the trivia question is, where would you find the life-size seated male? Let's run down a couple in New
Nude.
Bern.
Male
Nude
nude.
male nude,
Nude.
in
Nude.
New Bern. And let's talk about what's going on around town real quick. We have a couple minutes and then we'll get to the answer.
All right, so through the
Okay.
31st, we have the Nightmare Factory Haunted Attraction. And that's Friday, Saturdays, and Halloween night in October, 7 p.m., midnight to midnight, 29 Park Lane in Havelock. So you can go to nightmarefactorync.com. And then it's important to know that the rated R hours start at 9 p.m. I don't know what that means. It's a little scary to think about. So I imagine it's a little scary, but just unless they've got male nudes running around, which would make it more rated too. Also through the 24th, you have the Family Days Fun Fest Super Carnival. I think everybody's seen the stuff.
Yeah, over at
right?
yeah.
Over at Lawson's Creek Park. That's free admission and parking, and it's open weekdays 5 to 10, Friday 5 to 11, Saturday 1 to 11, and Sunday 1 to 11. And then I'll hit this next one and toss it to you, Jane. On the 23rd, heck, this is in your neck of the woods.
That's
It's a
right.
Community yard sale, which, by the way, community yard sales, not a bad idea right now, given the supply chain. You can wait 8 months to buy a shirt, or you can go to the community yard sale and maybe do
Yeah.
your Christmas shopping. So this is in River Bend, presented by the town of River Bend Parks and Recreation from 7 a.m. to 3. That's this Saturday, the 23rd. And you can call 252-637-1119, which I think is the same number for the concert thing. So I guess you got a lot of stuff you can call them about. I think.
Yeah, and it's important to know that when you come to Riverbend for this, they give you a map so you can drive around. So it's a whole bunch of people who are having these yard sales. So it's a big deal, and you can find some fantastic bargains. So
Cool.
think about coming down here Saturday, or it's only 7 to 3, so you got to get up early and get out there. And then on the 23rd also is Prescription Drug Take Back Day from 10 to noon at number 7 Township Fire Department. And that's at 1705 Old Cherry Point Road. So if you've got unwanted, unused, or expired prescription medications, rather than throw them down the toilet or in the trash, don't do that. Bring them to the Prescription Take Back. It's much better to have them disposed of properly. And this is hosted by the Craven County Sheriff's Office. And again, 10 to noon on Saturday at 1705 Old Cherry Point Road at the Township Fire Department, number 7.
That stuff gets into our water supply and the environment. It's really bad. It's really bad.
This is the way to get rid of them. And also the 23rd is big time. All Hallows at Tryon Palace from 10 to 2. The last tickets will be sold at 1:30, so you can still get in and get to see it. It's free for children dressed in Halloween costumes. Offer limited to ages 12 and under. And it's $4 for ages 3 to 18, 10 for adults, and free for members of the Tryon Palace Foundation. It should be a lot of fun. So if you're looking for something to do Saturday, head on over to Tryon Palace and get the little kids in their costumes.
There might be a headless horseman, a friendly headless horseman walking through there. Possible.
That's right. Carrying his head, his little pumpkin head. Well, that's what he does. The headless horseman carries a pumpkin head. Don't you know these things, Todd? Didn't you ever read that story?
Gosh, you should have prepped me for that, because
Wendy's never gonna let us do this again, Todd.
No, we're having too much fun here.
Okay. On a serious note, the 23rd is also the Walk to End Alzheimer's, and check in at 9 o'clock, opening ceremony at 10, and that's at Union Point Park. If you haven't signed up for a team yet, there's still time. Please do so and call 919-432-5078.
So
We're
James,
at the
James,
24th.
you're a little frozen. Can you say that name, the number again?
Yes, it's 919-432-5078.
All right. And on the 24th, Jim and Kathleen Kohler acoustic show is going to be happening out at Riverside United Methodist Church. It's a free show, but donations are always accepted. And it's going to be at 2:30 p.m. Yeah, 405 Avenue A.
Super.
Yeah. And
Todd,
Yeah.
what do you got?
So on the 26th, we have Monster Martin's House of Terror, Scare Away Hunger. This is a pretty cool thing. It's they present Breach at the Bern. So on the 26th, you have the No Scare Behind the Scenes tour from 6:30 to 8:30.
Okay, I could do that.
Your mission is canned food donation or $2. And that the donations will go to the religious community services, and it's all based on food. And then they also do it the 27th through the 31st from 6:30 to 9:30. But this is full scare. All right, it's a whole different animal, full scare. All right, same thing, $2 or canned food. So great cause, probably fun and a great cause. A lot of great Halloween stuff here. Just lots of it.
Yeah.
yeah, there are, and I don't know if we're going to have enough time to run down them all, but let's mention a few more. Speak Out and
Speak Out Candle. Yeah. The Speak Out Candlelight Vigil is going to be on the 28th, and that's bringing awareness to domestic violence. That's 5:30 p.m. at Coastal Women's Shelter, 1333 South Glen Burnie Road. For more information, contact Millie Belfort at 252-638-4509. Or you can look at New Beginnings at coastalwomenshelter.net.
And on the 29th, we have the 21st annual Preschoolers on Parade. And that's always fun. It's at the corner, you meet at the corner of Broad and Middle Streets at 9:15 a.m. The parade ends at Union Point Park, where there will be all kinds of fun. So pre-register through New Bern Parks and Recreation.
Well, I remember those days.
Yeah.
A long time ago, I remember those days. Not going. I remember when I was in it. No, I'm just kidding.
He still has his costume.
Yeah.
I'm still wearing it.
I thought you were the headless horseman.
No, that's you talking about the headless horseman with the pumpkin head thing. I never heard that before. The whole pumpkin head, that's a whole new, that's a whole thing. That's a whole different thing.
Wendy, back me up on this. You got to help me out here. We're out of time. Who's the winner of the contest?
All right. We are out of time. And the contest, lastly, is where can you find? What was the question? A life-size seated male nude in New Bern. Anyone? Last minute answers?
Anybody got it?
We have a winner.
Oh, all right.
Ding, 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 ding. Richard Cranium at the Congleton Sculpture Walk on Craven Community College. So,
yeah.
Well,
Super.
that mystery.
Yeah.
There we go.
I bet you probably didn't know, but yeah, great job, Richard.
Nice work.
Nice work. And we'll be in touch to arrange the prize. So, yeah.
All right. So is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
Yeah,
Okay, and we'll be back on October 28th. Send your announcement stories and or events, and Wendy will add them to the calendar on New Bern Now's website. Let us know if you'd like to be a guest or if you have any questions or suggestions on how to get us under control, or by calling 252-259-6853, or send an email to info@newbernnow.com. And Wendy, this video and audio, where's it going?
the video is going to YouTube. The audio is going on our podcast stations and also on WNOS 103.9 FM and 1450 AM on Wednesday at 8 AM and 5 PM.
Super duper.
So, yeah. Thanks for listening, everyone. And we hope you have a great day. Thanks, Jane and Todd. And take care, everyone.
Goodbye, everybody.
We'll see you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Dancing music.
Bye.